My name is Devan Higgins, and I'm reinventing the clothing market. Every year on November 27th, for the rest of my life, starting in 2024, I will release a gala featuring 7 exclusive clothing items. Only 99 of each item will be available for sale, as I will keep one of each for myself. This year, 2024, there will be the inaugural gala, and it will be slightly different. Instead of 7 items, I will release 27 unique pieces to set the initial market for my brand. Each year following, I will release 7 new items within one of the original 27 categories. Every year on November 27th, resetting the market price for that specific item. For instance, if the most expensive shirt currently available on November 27th, 2025 is still it says 7 million, but actually my shirt's priced at $37 million. 37 million 2024 gala shirt will be released a new shirt in next year's 2025 gala. Our 2025 gala shirt will be priced at $37,007,000. And this strategy will be applied to each of the 7 new items released annually. With only 100 of each item produced, there will be a total of 700 items available from each gala, with 693 available for purchase by the public, except for the inaugural 2024 gala, which has 27 items, 2,700 potentially manufactured, and 2,673 items available to purchase by the public. Each item will be made when the transaction is complete, all filmed. Each item sold will have my signature personally stitched on it, along with the gala year, customer's first and last name, the time and date of purchase, and item number. For example, if you purchased 23rd shirt from the 2024 gala, it would read 2024 gala shirt number 23. It would have the date and time, your name, and the purchase price that you paid it for or paid for it. I will also create a video documenting each item's transaction and creation process. Furthermore, I will personally hand deliver each item accompanied by a video blog that will be posted on our YouTube channel and website. If any competing copycat brands attempt to raise or release the price of an item we have in our 27 categories in response to our pricing, we will increase the price of that specific item by $7 the next time we release that specific item. For example, if our hat is priced at 7 million and if any copycat brand releases a hat for 11 million, our next hat released at one of our November 27th galas would cost $11,007. It does not have to be at the exact next year's gala. If any competing or if any copycat brand raises the price of one of their items in response to our product to create a buzz or to break a world record for the most expensive item in one of our specific 27 categories, we will not acknowledge the price change on the market unless the other copycat company sells one of the products and breaks the Guinness World Record for the most expensive item sold for that specific clothing item. And a third party customer purchase it with legal proof they do not work or have any ties to that same company. If a customer legally purchases an item from another copycat brand priced higher than ours, we will immediately recognize it on the clothing market 7 hours after Guinness World Records recognizes the sale, and the record is officially broken for the most expensive item ever sold. So essentially, if another brand attempts to copy or surpass any of our prices, for instance, if a copycat what's that? I'm just gonna start from if a customer legally purchases an item from another copycat brand priced higher than ours, we will immediately recognize it on the clothing market 7 hours after Guinness World Records recognizes the sale, and the record is officially broken for the most expensive item ever sold. So essentially, if another brand attempts to copy or us or surpass any of our prices, for instance, if a copycat brand releases a shirt for 38 million US to surpass ours at 37 million US, technically they would have the world record for the most expensive shirt for sale in the world, but we will not recognize it on the clothing market unless it is purchased for more than our shirt is on sale for and breaks the Guinness World Record for the most expensive shirt ever sold. If a customer legally purchases a shirt or any item we have in our initial 27 categories of clothing from another copycat brand exceeding our price 7 hours after Guinness announced that someone purchased that item and broke the record for the most expensive item ever sold, we will exceed the amount ours was purchased for by $7. I'm doing this to deter copycat companies from price gouging or attempting to compete. If for whatever reason we break any antitrust laws by raising our price immediately by $7, I will not raise the price of that specific item, but release a new item in that specific category at next year's gala. No, 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 boo boo. Devin Ryan Higgins Art and Design is committed to ethical and legal business practices. While our pricing strategy is designed to position our brand at the top of the luxury market, we will diligently monitor our practices to ensure compliance with all applicable antitrust and price gouging laws. In the unlikely event that our pricing strategy is found to violate any such laws, we will proactively redesign a new product for our next gala, ensuring we remain the market leader while adhering to legal and ethical standards. If for whatever reason Ryan Higgins Art and Design is breaking any antitrust laws or price gouging laws by raising the price of one of our products by $7 more than the already competing brand, we will redesign a new product at our next gala to top the market. This is to ensure we are always setting and at the top of our market for our 27 items, and to hopefully prevent and raise awareness to prices and designer clothing culture. So essentially, if a competitor tries to outprice Devin Ryan Higgins Art and Design, we will raise our price by $7. We will only acknowledge a competitor's higher price if it results in a verified sale that breaks a Guinness World Record. If a record is broken, we wait 7 hours after official recognition before increasing our price. And if that, for whatever reason, raises any antitrust issues, we won't raise the price. We're just going to introduce a new, even more expensive item in the same category instead of directly raising the price of the existing one. And I decided on 27 essential items I use. I was initially going to make the clothing just for myself, but decided to release some to the public. My prices are based on how much I believe I am worth and what my name and signature on an item is going to be worth in the future. Okay, so these are the 27 items released at the inaugural gala on November 27, 2024. All my prices are in US dollars. So the shirt is 37M. M is an acronym for million, so shirt is $37 million. Pants, 7 million. Hoodie, 7 million. Sweatshirt, 7 million. Joggers are 7 million. Leggings, 7 million. Bras are 37 million. Gloves, 7 million. Shorts, 7 million. Dresses, 37 million. Skirt, 7 million. Coat, 7 million. Jacket, 7 million. Sneakers, 37 million. Boots, 7 million. Slides, 7 million. Hats, 7 million. Sunglasses, 7 million. Belts, 7 million. Scarf, 7 million. Swimwear, 7 million. Underwear, 37 million. Sock, 7 million. Pajamas, 7 million. Jersey, 37 million. Suit, 37 million. Purse, 7 million. M is an acronym for million US dollar. Next year, on November 27, 2025, I will release 7 new items, 100 each, 693 in total, available to the public within one of the above categories, and so on. Every product made will be delivered by hand by Mr. Higgins, who is I, with a video to show your proof of purchase. Mr. Higgins will stitch a patch with the date, time, price of purchase, the name of the customer, and Mr. Higgins' signature on the inside of your product. This will be documented on video with the customer and posted on the YouTube channel and website. Once purchased, your product cannot be resold without a representative of Devan Ryan Higgins Art and Design documenting the sale on video and post online. If the product is lost, stolen, or sold without a member of Devan Ryan Higgins Art and Design in the presence to document the sale of the product, it immediately loses all of its value and is considered destroyed once out of the owner's hands and hands on our market, the market. All the owners of every product will be documented online by us. Contact us to view the product. Therefore, all 27 items in the inaugural gala will be priced at $7 million each, aside from 7 items that will be priced at $37 million each. The material will be made from my Devan Ryan Higgins choice of product I choose that year. The clothing doesn't become valuable until I stitch my signature on the item, which will be done with the owner on video and posted online for proof. This is intended to make humanity reflect on what truly matters and to show people the power of perception and believing in yourself. It's also a social experiment where I get to become the owner of the most expensive designer clothing brand in the world for doing what I was already planning to do anyway while raising my net worth by $39 billion. with simply the power of perception and belief in oneself, with a little help from art. The first person to purchase an item is not just a buyer but also an investor. One third of the proceeds from each sale will be allocated to developing a new social media app, with the buyer receiving 7% ownership, open to negotiation. Another third will go towards establishing a clothing brand that provides clothes to those in need. That will be called the Real Devan Ryan Higgins Art and Design. And the final third will be my share, and that's going to go towards starting my own record label and signing artists. There is a $10,000 fee to view any gala and its product. Send a direct message and contact us on Instagram, and send a direct message to Laura's Disorder or laurasdisorder.com to view our product. Um, so like I'm just gonna break down like why I'm doing this. Um, like I said, I'm an independent musician, and like I was going through I was watching somebody go on their phone one day, and they were scrolling through like Facebook, Instagram, everything. And I was just thinking of like I just came up with an app idea, and it's a really good idea. And I need a partnership with Google or Elon Musk and X to have it really work. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for. And I also like cuz I am an artist, so I was thinking like I wanted to also make a clothing brand. And that was like this was always in my head to have my own clothing brand, but I I always wanted my own clothing brand, so I kind of like and I also wanted to start my own record label too to sign unsigned artists. So one day I was just kind of sitting on a porch, and I was like, how can I get all this started with like no money? Um and I guess like God just gave me this idea, I guess. Cuz I didn't want to take anything. I wanted to create clothing, but I just never wanted like anything to take time away from me making music, cuz that's like what I want to focus on. So I never wanted to like drift off into like anything totally. Like music is my thing. Um so I was like, you know what? I'll make 7 items, cuz I'm seven is just my lucky number, I guess. Um, I'm gonna make 7 items, and I'll just make 100 items each, and I'll keep one of my for myself, and I'll sell 99 of them. And then I thought, like, well, if I'm like putting because it's basically they're gonna be like, there's gonna be no like I'm not a big graphic guy, so I was just gonna design clothing like just new stuff. Um, so I was thinking like, well, how can how much would a piece of clothing be? And I was like, well, if it's like that exclusive, it's gonna be a lot, right? And especially like for how much I value myself. So then I was thinking, I was like, well, what's the most expensive so and so? Like, so I started just researching, and then I started like looking up the story of Louis Vuitton, and it was made. Louis Vuitton was a homeless kid, I believe. He was like 17, and I was just thinking, well, if he started his own company, and they're the most expensive brand in the world, how much do I believe I'm worth? And then I immediately thought more. Um, just because over time, I've learned to love myself through the struggles. You have to. And I think everybody should. I think everybody should believe. I actually think I'm lowballing myself saying that it's 37 million for the most expensive thing. I think I'm worth way more than $37 million, and I think everybody watching this is worth way more than $37 million, and you are. That's just a number. You're worth way more. So am I. So that's what got me thinking. And the reason why they were all going to be 7 million, but I looked up like the most expensive dress, and it's 30 million. And I believe there's some shoes sold for a little over 7 million. There's a bra that's like 9 million. So I had to surpass those to break those records, and to have the most expensive item in the world, because that's how much I value myself. And I know that sounds like so narcissistic and what, but it's not. Because like I said, one third of those proceeds, whoever buys the first one, and I'm hoping it's Elon Musk or Andrew Tate. Someone's eventually gonna buy one of these items because it's the market. That's what it's set as. Guinness could try to find some loophole. I hope they don't. I hope they don't try to just dismiss this. I have the 27 most expensive items in those eh, my items. Um, but yeah, one third is going to the app, and the app is the real big thing. And I'm not going to give any details away about that, but that's even more intricate than this. Um, and I believe the app is going to change the world. If someone wants to invest in uh, buy an item from me, um, and it's if it's someone big like Tesla or Google or Meta, I will. You don't have to buy it first. If you give me a ticket, I'll go over there and explain the app's idea and how we can partnership, and then you can purchase it. But one third of the that was a lot. You got to buy it first, actually. Um, one third of the proceeds are gonna go towards the app. One third is going to go in my pocket, but really that's just going to go to funding my record label. So you're actually going to help independent musicians that way too. And actually, some of it's going to go in my actual pocket too. Let's be real, I'm broke. And one third, and the other third is going to go towards the real Devan Ryan Higgins art and design. And that's going to, and my vision for that in 20, 30 years is hopefully like a Goodwill essentially, except just like a Goodwill that people don't make fun of. So yes, I am setting the market. Yes, this is the most expensive clothing brand in the world. Yes, it is the most luxurious. Yes, it's the hardest to get. Yes, they're going to try to dismiss this. They're going to try to, um, have you not see this video. They're going to try to they're going to try to gaslight me, but legitimately, there is no way to dispute I have the 27 most expensive products in the world from my products. Um, and I also have le- a legitimate business plan to where I'm always gonna have the most expensive. And they could try to dismiss that, gaslight it all they want. I've looked over the antitrust laws. Don't break none. I would, and yeah. So I'll get a lawyer if it comes to that. Um, but yeah, basically, this is just the first step. Um, I don't know if